This machine is a very rare beast in New Zealand. That's because we don't use wheeled harvesters in our forests. They're mostly too light and too expensive when compared to our preferred excavator-based typed equipment, which suits the heavier trees we cut down at maturity. But down in the Naseby forest, just outside Ranfurly in central Otago, Bluewood Logging has made a special case of the six-wheel Timber Pro TB630B, the first of its type in New Zealand. There's not much money in the stunted Ponderosa and Corsican pines that Clint McIver's crew is clear-cutting, so the name of the game is speed, getting from tree to tree quickly and getting them down on the ground without a fuss. A wheeled machine will eat a track base any day when it comes to making fast progress over the ground. So that's the first item on the checklist ticked. The wheels also soak up the punishment on the rocky ground and will do less damage than a set of tracks. An important factor in this forest, which has been grown on a historic gold mining site and requires minimal disturbance. That's a bonus. In Europe and other countries where wheeled harvesters are popular, they tend to be used for thinning out stands or harvesting smaller and lighter trees. So the processing head can be smaller. But even though the climate and ground conditions have stunted the growth of the Naseby pines, they're still a reasonable size, and Clint stretched to the largest head he could fit to the Timber Pro, a Waratah 622B. Operator Nigel Hutchie Hutchinson occasionally has to leave a bigger tree that the 622B cannot fit around, but it's mostly coping with the rest, another box tick. The biggest challenge, as the New Zealand logger team found during the iron test, was actually getting the Waratah to penetrate the densely branched trunks of these regenerated pines in order to make the cut. Hutchie made it look easy, but our man Stan Barlow reckons it's one of the most difficult jobs he's ever tackled. In addition to dealing with mongrel trees, the Bluewood crew has adapted the way it harvests, because a wheeled machine is less manoeuvrable than a track base. It cannot spin around in its own length, so Hutchie harvests in straight lines along the face of the cutover. This is partly compensated by having the cab, engine and boom all positioned on the slew turntable, which mirrors how an excavator works, even if you do lose some visibility to the side. That 7.8 metre boom can also grab and drop the trees from any position around the machine's long frame. It won't work everywhere, but here in Naseby, the Timber Pro TB630B is doing just fine. Make sure you get the February issue of New Zealand Logger magazine for the full Shaw's iron test on the Timber Pro TB630B.